안녕. 아미씨 누군데? 아미씨 누군데? 천문학동. 엄청 위네.
You shouldn't get so upset.
Oh, right! You must try it.
Hello there.
Hello, Almeet. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me. Being self-taught and all.
야, 책으로 공부하는 거랑 같을 것 같아? 아우.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
I love KFC. 아니야, 지금 땅콩 먹고 있어서 괜찮아. 어딨어?
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
그 정도는 예상했어야지, 멍청한 놈아.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock.
땅콩
Damn
맛있어.
Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about
비장의
these
안경이야.
repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here
he's...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
호그와트 다 깨고 해야지.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
겉봐 임마. 책만 봐갖고 언어가 되냐?
The door is looking at us.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
뭐가 480p야? 화질이? 1080p 아니야? 1080 60프레임으로 방송하고 있는데? 설정은?
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
아 시끄럽네 이 자식 이거. 옆에서 쫑알쫑알.
Revelio. Accio.
아
Revelio.
어디로 가야 돼? 아
Accio. Keep your wits about you, Amit. I'll get you through this mine.
안돼. 암살해주지. 안돼. 오스트랄로피테쿠스.
What you see, little moon calf. Find him. Let's get this over with.
아 진짜 짜증나. 아!
See the human attack. I won't rest.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through his safety, Amit. You have my word. Revelio.
세진 게 아니라
Being watched
이제 전투에 대해서 아는
by
거지.
a door.
전투 천재가 된 거지.
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
뭐야 여기 길 없잖아.
I should use disillusionment. That eye won't see a thing. Revelio. Revelio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Arneet. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere.
I have a brother who works at Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
Revelio.
A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
위로 가면 안 돼? 위에 애들 있구나. 일단 아래층부터 좀 뒤져보고. 아닌데? 위층부터 가야겠는데? 아!
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
레벨리오를 레벨업 했더니 너무 멀리까지 보이네. 응? 뭐야?
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed. Clever.
아, 너무 많은데?
Will finally rule over wizards.
에휴. 어.
back.
Good break.
Get away with that.
Oh, this really is too much.
Revelio. Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
이게 전투가 은근 짜증나는 점이 콤보를 넣을 수가 없어. 여기저기서 달려들어가.
Revelio.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. Good break.
Revelio.
쿨타임 감소 업그레이드? 있나? 코어 아, 기본 주문을 쓰면은 쿨타운이 떨어지는구나. 감소되는구나. 그런 게 있대.
Revelio.
뭐가 100다이아의 그 스킬을 뽑을 확률이?
Revelio.
뭐야, 길이 어디야? 어디로 가야 돼? 저 자식은 왜 저 위에 있지? 저 위가 길인가? 아, 여기구나.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Revelio.
겁나 많이 빠졌네 피.
The area's still clear. If anybody cares.
Accio. Revelio.
일단 이놈부터 죽이고. 아스트랄로피테쿠스. 그 다음에 저 위에 있는 놈 죽이고, 대화하는 놈을 죽이면 안 되니까 안 돼!
One less human to
아우!
spells won't suffer. I will make you burn. I won't rest until you're dead.
That should be the last of them, Amit. Revelio.
요거는 좀 잘 싸웠구만. 거의 맞지도 않았고. 화려하게 죽어라.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Revelio.
쟤 왜 안 되지? 안 당겨지지?
Revelio.
아, 이걸 해야 당겨지나? 그렇지, 그렇지, 그렇지.
Revelio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. Revelio.
나가려고 하면 전투할 것 같은데? 침입자다 이러면서.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
아니 그럼 아까 그 위에 길은 뭔데? 아 저렇게 꼭 궁금하게 만들어놔 경로를. 이거 뭐야?
Revelio.
그냥 가자.
Revelio.
잠깐만.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch when I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
최종 보스가 고블린이요?
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Well, how marvelous.
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I finally realized what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
자, 부셔버려야지. 한 방 먹여주자.
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries. Someone... Let's get it. Release it!
Accio! Bombarda!
Revelio.
Wait a moment.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate.
Revelio.
그렇죠. 세바스찬. 좀 세졌다. 감히 나랑 같은 주문을 익혀?
Revelio.
여긴 뭔데? 보물 상자 있니? 그렇지, 그렇지.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
Bring me a dozen humans to back.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term. Revelio.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
모자 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 모자. 패션이 개판이야.
Revelio.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
How nice. Nothing I haven't seen before.
That's the spirit.
Oi, pass that.
For better or for worse, we're in.
Quietly now.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
저 밑으로 떨어지면 죽겠구나.
I don't see any goblins.
여기서 못 타.
Too
빗자루.
disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
어머나.
Fortunate day for you.
아! 아!
I won't rest.
I will.
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want. Revelio.
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Revelio.
토템.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
윙가디움 레비오사.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Revelio. Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
아니 뭐 장비들이 전부 다 개똑같은 것만 나와.
That bridge has seen better days.
낡아서 상태가 안 좋아? 그러면 고치면 되지 이 자식아. 리파로.
Revelio.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep there.
Revelio.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that.
Revelio.
Ranrock's loyalists all but declared war.
아, 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 아.
Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo.
그럼 어떻게 가야 되지?
Confringo.
천재 천재. 오, 전설머리. 전설 대가리.
Revelio.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
You are
It's almost as if they were waiting. Certainly cleared the room.
I don't know why Gryffindors get credit for bravery. We Slytherins are teeming with it.
And we're much more fun to fight with.
Revelio.
그래, 슬리데린이 짱이지.
Revelio.
Now, we can have a look around in peace.
Revelio.
Confringo!
Revelio.
어디 보자, 뭐부터 해야 돼?
Confringo! A rune symbol above the cabin door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
여기 올라가는 데가 아니구나. 여긴가 보구나.
I wouldn't be surprised if more rune symbols.
아, 장비 슬롯 진짜 벌써 꽉 차갖고 그지 같은 거. 오, 전설.
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio. Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
쩌는데 동굴 탈출 마법이 없는 대신에.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
세바스찬한테 숨기면 안 되지.
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
이런 미친 새.
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop.
꺼져 이 새끼야.
Unbelievable.
쥐 생각해서 솔직하게 얘기해줬더니.
I hope Professor Fitzgerald confirmed what she needed to. I have to complete the next trial as soon as I can.
그지 같은 놈이야. 아우. 게임에서만 그런 거지. 아니 혼자 급발진을 하는데 어떻게 달래긴. 똥같은 새끼가. 꼬붕으로 잘 좀 데리고 있으려고 했더니만 선 넘고 있어.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
아 전설 모자인데. 포션 가게.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
유아인이 왜? 유아인 뭔 일 있었어? 나이스. 장비 3개 다 좋은 거다. 유아인 깜빵 갔어? 언제? 수사 중이야?
What are you up to now?
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
와.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
이미지 좋더니만 완전 망했네. 막 할 말 다 하고 어쩌고저쩌고 하더니 그 약 먹고 하던 거였구만.
Welcome back.
마약 중독이네.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
완전 나락 같네. 그 정도면 복귀도 못하는 거 아니야?
Have a good reason to look.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flue powder.
What is it you imagine you'll find in there? In the restricted section?
아, 면제 받았어? 헐. 언제적 핸드폰이길래 그게 포렌식으로 나와?
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, It's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
자, 애들이 인사하겠네. 이리 오너라.
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
종기를 치료하는 약은
To determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
종기를 치료하는
Chewing
약은
with
내가
your
필요한데.
mouth open? Where are your manners? If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
What could the headmaster want?
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I hear you're getting quite good at those concoctions you brew. I say, why don't you bring a sample of your next batch to my office? I'd like to give it a try.
What? Yes, sir. I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
아무데나 싸고 치고 다니네.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor Black. How are
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong with
Stand proud, purebloods. The future is yours.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
뭐라고?
When I witnessed what passes for magic in these halls, I simply mourn for the future of the wizarding world.
지금은 못 쓰는구나. 블루블꽃을. 이놈 새끼들!
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
요정으로 변신하고 성격 개차반 됐네? 너 뭐 먹어? 팝콘이야? 맛있냐? 너무 맛있어서 눈알이 돌아가네 아주. 너 뭐해?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Professor Black is happy with Scrope's performance as his house elf. There's no doubt in Scrope's mind.
Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever. Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone. Even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
인성 나오네.
It's purebloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
아, 트림을 하면서 약이 풀리는구나.
Made it.
Right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Aloha, Mora.
재밌네.
Revelio.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
이 싸가지 없는 놈.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
위험하니까
Ominous is
그렇지.
right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
말해, 임마.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this. Learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
아주. 주둥아리가 방정이다.
What does the Cruciatus curse do?
It's known as the torture curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
쓰레기 가족이네.
That's awful. But no matter the circumstance, he should never have cast it. He should have known better.
Trust me, it's not as easy as you might assume, thinking straight when you've been hit with Crucio. After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the Scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
아니, 화해 안 했어. 버그야, 버그. 이 새끼 이거 기억상실증.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
어디까지 내려가, 너?
Revelio.
저긴가?
Revelio. This looks like the right section.
Yes, I told you.
What was the
You're very
password?
clever.
Revelio. Yes.
난 이 퍼즐이 도대체 뭔지 모르겠어. 와, 교장실을 어디다 처박아 둔 거야 도대체. 이씨.
Revelio.
야, 교장실 한 번 나오면 들어가기도 싫겠다. 너무 멀어서.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure. Revelio. I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
여기가 교장실이구만. 야, 교장실에 자물쇠도 많네.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? Revelio. That must be the pedestal. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Eve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me.
와, 이거 비주얼 뭐야?
The first you will need is a cloak.
완전 미쳤네. 호. 우와.
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
그래도 이걸 실제로 사용한 장면은 넣는 쉽지 않지.
This is my chance. Come in, Neve. I need to time this just right.
지금이다.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
지금이다.
ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there. They're gone. For now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
돌아갈 방법을 찾으라고? Nothing this way. There must be a way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Closed tight. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. 어떻게 돌아가냐? Now's my chance. 지금이 찬스야. That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible. 아, 왜 이렇게 느려? 어디로 가야 돼? 뭐야, 길 어딨어? 아,
똥멍청이.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
건드려도 몰라.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
다 죽여버리면 되지.
I've never felt such power.
오, 마법이 다르게 세팅되어 있는데.
Defender.
덤벼 이씨.
Revelio.
여기서 아이템 못 먹어? 아이템 없어?
Oh! Defender. Bombarder.
디펜더랑 본바르다가 겁나 세.
Defender! Bombarder!
물력은 주네.
Revelio! Defender!
안 돼! Revelio. 나는 겁나 세, 겁나 세. 나는 너무 세, 짱세.
This must be for me.
unfinished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
I can't believe she's dead.
니암이 죽었어.
Oh, poor Neve. Gone so young.
Let us always honor her memory.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
와우.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
미쳤구나. 돌아 이사도라가 돌았어. 야.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against Wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your Polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
좋았어. 이 자식 이거.
Bombarda. Confringo. Glacier. Accio.
빨리 불어.
I've reacted so bitterly about your goblin friend. I apologize. I hope we can finish what we started with the triptych. Please meet me at the southern coast. We can search for the final canvas piece.
세바스티안. 나한테 사과하는 거야? 세바스티안? 뭐야?
If the rumors are to be believed, you've taken to increasing the beast population.
Bombarda. Trigger. Bombarda.
Handy resource indeed.
아휴, 휴게실 가서 좀 쉬면서 꺼야겠다. 자야지. 오늘은 여기까지 하겠습니다.